What's going on, YouTube? Make this short and sweet because it's another fucking 91 degree day in the middle of Ohio and I'm sweating already and I just rolled the windows up. But I'll do it. I'll get it done. I'll get the video done regardless. Make the sacrifices needed. All for the viewers. Appreciate y'all watching. Basically, not a lot going on today anyway, so like I said, keep it short because not a whole lot. Hey, stock market bounce, baby. We're back. It's all good again. Everything's fixed. And if you don't catch the sarcasm in my voice, like I said, yesterday's video, I mean, it tanked Monday. We bounced back Tuesday. It might tank tomorrow. It might go even higher tomorrow. Who knows? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. The volatility is the important thing. That's not typical. Things are a little wonky right now. Like I said, it's the uncertainty of what's going on right now that's making things rough for the stock market. Hey, I mean, really, in my opinion, you shouldn't be messing with the stock market unless it's long term anyway. So, hey, that would have been a good buying opportunity. Like I said, I should have dumped a little bit more money in there, but like I said, I'm not really too worried about it. I'm just slowly buying in over time. That's all I'm gonna do. And I don't know why it bounced necessarily. Probably because people are emotional, and that's how you lose in the stock market. And with money like that, you just can't be emotional. You just got to be logical. And I think the stat I saw somewhere today was $1 billion of retail was sold. So basically, like small-time investors is considered retail investors. Even though when you think retail, you think like retail store. It's not like Target or any companies or anything like that. Retail is regular people. Like if I'm buying stocks, I'm technically a retail investor. And the ones that make a business out of it, the stock market people, the industry, they bought $14 billion, so they cashed in. So they're buying in as it dipped lower. So that's probably what obviously propelled it up, I would say. But they're in there trying to make their money, trying to be less emotional. They are still human, so they get emotional. They obviously did if they sold off like that. Maybe a little overreaction, who knows? But like I said, it's not going to play out in one day. It's not normally how it goes. It's the trend. So we'll see. We break the trend. We go back up past all-time high and just keep on skyrocketing. Who knows? Or we start trending back down. One of my favorite terms in stock market shit is dead cat bounce. And if you've never heard of it, basically is like, this isn't really technically that. I mean, we dropped 3 days really hard, really fast. I don't think this technically counts, but a dead cat bounce is basically when something falls so hard, there's always this positive rebounding effect that takes place even if you're going to continue going down. And it's basically, even if you drop the dead cat off a building, it's going to bounce when it hits the ground, which in reality, I don't know, more like splat probably, but you get the idea. Even if the stock market's fucked, it's still going to bounce here and there along the downward trend. So we'll see. 1 day doesn't make a trend. 2 days don't make a trend. I don't know how many days technically make a stock market trend, but we'll see. Got a little Cybertruck out here at the Holmes Lumber chilling. But the only other real news is Kamala Harris picks her VP, so presidential race is locked in now, baby. So we got Trump and Vance and Kamala and a guy named Walz, W-A-L-Z, Minnesota governor. I really don't know anything about this fucking guy. I don't know anything about Minnesota, to be honest. Minnesota, as far as I can tell from what I was listening to throughout today, has in the past and like recent history basically just went to the Democrats anyway. And I mean, the people on the right are obviously calling this guy super liberal, even more liberal than Kamala. He's a communist, he's this, he's that, whatever. And then the people on the left are like, no, he's the best guy ever of all time. I mean, whatever. That's just regular shit. Like, what did you think was going to happen? They're not gonna say positive things about him if they don't like him. Vice versa. It doesn't really matter. The thing is, I don't really understand or get is VP doesn't really matter at all, in my opinion. Like, I don't know anybody who's running, or I mean, voting for the presidential race and like even really considering the VP. As far as I understand it, the VP normally is supposed to basically solidify your voting block. So like Barack Obama took Biden because he's the opposite, still within the Democrat side of things, but he's like the opposite of Obama. Obama, young, more progressive, and Biden was supposed to be like the staunchy old guy that was like the old guard of Democrats to like solidify that part of the base, bring the old people in. Same Biden did with Kamala, like they flip-flopped it on that one, obviously. Trump did it with Pence. Pence was like the classic conservative, old, like religious conservative, and Trump was whatever the fuck Trump was, not really a conservative at all, in my opinion. I don't really think he's definitely not a Republican, not like that, not the same way you normally think of it. And then this one's a little different because from the little brief things I've seen about this Tim Walz guy from Minnesota, he seems just as liberal, if not maybe a little more liberal than Kamala in different ways. Obviously, it's depending issue to issue. Who knows? I don't even know really what Kamala's policy positions are. I haven't ever heard her really talk about it. We'll see. I'm assuming it's just basically the Biden agenda, the same thing, repeat, run that back. But, so she picked somebody who's along the same vein as her, or maybe a little more. He's old. He's like 60. And then Trump went with like another like strong conservative MAGA guy with Vance. So it seems like they both picked like people that just rep the shit they already believe instead of grabbing somebody that would like solidify votes. I mean, Vance, you can maybe say he wanted to make sure he gets Ohio, because Vance won in Ohio like pretty easily, and he's a senator, so I mean, however that works, popular vote just in Ohio. I mean, he won. Who knows? I mean, I think Ohio was going to Trump anyway, so I don't really know why you would do that. You would think you would go with a little more classic conservative, or a little more middle of the road person to try to grab more independents or something like that if they're thinking about it. But they both didn't, so we'll see now. I don't know how that's going to work out. It'll be interesting to see. But like I said, I don't really give a fuck about the vice presidents. I mean, they're both just slinging shit at each other at this point. Like, the political parties at their respective VPs, like, who gives a shit? Vance is, I don't know, they're still calling him weird. I thought that would keep going on. I thought that would kind of be over by now, but they're still sticking on the weird thing. I don't get it. Saying he fucked the couch or something. I don't know, man. I really don't even know. I think Twitter is just like brain rot. I don't even know what the fuck. The people on there are literally retarded. I don't know. It is what it is. Yeah. I don't know what you expect out of these. It's just random people talking shit. And then they're calling this up, like I said, they're calling Walz a communist. He was the governor when the BLM and like the riots and shit happened during COVID, and they basically, I don't know how much of Minneapolis technically was burned, but like a good chunk of Minneapolis was burned down. So he was the governor when that happened. I don't know, maybe that they're going to try to use that as like a sticking point of like, why didn't you help? Why didn't you fix this? Maybe that gets something. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, who the fuck cares about the VP anyway? It's Trump versus Kamala. It's tight. It's a tight race now. We'll see. Stock market bounce. That's a positive. Besides that, everything's still rolling with uncertainty. I'm just watching. Hope you do the same. I hope you didn't short the stock market today. That would have made your day a little bit rougher. But like I said, I gotta cut this, dude. I'm sweating my ass off in here. It's too hot. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow.